My busy day here. And this is a quick impromptu live stream about what happened Wednesday. I just want everybody to know that I have talked to both individuals. I'm satisfied with the conversation that I had with them. And I determined that maybe the rules aren't extremely clear. There are only 3 rules for this channel. And those 3 rules are going to be in place. They're already in place so that we can have a roundtable discussion. I don't see myself as, I say we all the time because we are a community and anything that happens affects the community. It's my responsibility because I have the platform to make sure that the community doesn't have to put up with all this stuff. All right. So there are 3 simple rules. Number 1, no political chat, no political discussion on the channel. Rule number 2, no personal attacks. Even if it seems minor, I'm going to chop it off. I'm going to stop it because with political comments, political discussion, and personal attacks, they take on a mob mentality, meaning everybody now thinks it's open forum to talk about what side of the aisle they stand on in politics, how good or bad current administrations or past administrations were. And also on the personal attack side, everybody likes to jump on the bandwagon because they didn't want to say anything before. All right. So in that, I learned a long time ago, and my grandfather basically raised me. So I'm not justifying. I'm just going to let you know how I stand on this. Take your grievance to your brother first in private. It's not going to be out in open air on my channel. You want to produce drama, then go elsewhere. It's not going to happen here. And I'm not saying this in anger, but it seems a lot of people still in this social media environment that we have think that drama on camera or on a page or something like that draws attention to themselves and makes them look bigger or better or whatever. Not doing it. Okay. Third, cussing, cursing, profanity, choose your word. That's not going to happen here on the channel. Okay. I've made that clear. And yes, there have been people that have cursed, cussed, and used profanity. And I've talked to individuals. And again, after Wednesday, I knew that it was time that I had to say something. I don't want everybody to think that after Wednesday, when I shut the camera off, that it was over. No, it wasn't. I'm not going to tell you I lost sleep over it all either. But after many conversations with not just these individuals, but others, I'm going to make it clear right now so that nobody can, there's no excuse for violating the rule. Everybody knows what they are. No mob mentality about politics or personal attacks. Again, you take it to your brother first. And if you don't feel satisfied with taking it to the person you have a grievance with, yeah, I'll entertain that conversation with you in private. And that's where it should be. It's not to hide anything, but that's just the way adults do things. The other thing is the cussing. Of course, I'm definitely going to crack down on that. It's my rule. I don't need to justify or tell everybody why it's my rule. It just is. We'll leave it at that. All right. Okay. So that said, I'm satisfied with the conversations I've had about Wednesday. I'm going to put that to bed. It doesn't mean it won't happen again, not necessarily with the same people, but others down the road on this channel. You guys know, well, I say it all the time. I'm humble and I'm willing to listen to people. I'm not willing to let people drive the channel. And there may be an argument there that somebody wants to make. They think that maybe that's the case. But I get lots of people sending me ideas on where the channel needs to go. I don't know how I'm going to, I'm still, this is still evolving. This is a channel like no other. And if you've got another channel where the exact same thing's going on as far as the live streams, just let me know. I'd like to check them out. But I think this is new. It's an open forum for photographers. Photographers first. Yes, I talk about Nikon. Why? Because I shoot Nikon equipment. I don't need to justify it. I don't need to run down other equipment, but I'm familiar with Nikon. That's what I talk about. I'm very passionate about what Nikon's going to bring. And everybody that owns Canon, Sony, Fuji, Olympus should feel the same way about their brand. And nobody needs to pick on somebody because they're anticipating a camera that hasn't been announced yet. You know, I don't want to hear that. So the bottom line is this: if you're enjoying the channel, minus the drama, if you're enjoying the channel, then you're enjoying it for a reason. I'm not asking people, I ask people to subscribe, I ask people to drop likes, and only because I have everybody telling me I should do that. But understand this: I'm not in YouTube to be the biggest YouTuber out here. I'm not in YouTube to make a living from it. Well, that would be crazy to think you could do that within a year or two. My point is, I do it for the fun of it. And when it's no fun anymore, then I quit doing it. Okay. I'm not there. These are the bumps in the road that I know every, YouTube channel goes through. I don't mind negative comments about, hey, I don't like this or I don't like that. That's fine. But when it gets personal with an individual, that's not acceptable. And I do, again, appreciate all the suggestions that I get about what I should do. Understand this as well. I'm not a content creator by the typical sense. Yes, I'm a content creator because I have a YouTube channel, but that's where it ends. I'm not here to make tutorials. I'm not here to profess my grand knowledge about photography in every facet. That's the great thing about having a chat box or chat section and the audience. I look over there quite often and I see great conversations going on. People talking about this, that technique, gear, whatever. That's where the expertise is, guys. I just give that expertise an opportunity to share with others. This is where you can come and you can ask a question in the chat. It may not be, if it's not directed to the panel that I may have, the guests that I may have, or myself, and I'll often pass it off if it's something I can't answer, and let some of the experts in the chat talk about it. All right. I know this doesn't explain everything to you, but I don't need to do that. Again, Wednesday was a fluke as I see it. I talked to the individuals. I'm happy with the conversation I had, and I hope everybody else will that's it. It's done. It's over. And maybe this becomes a precedent for others that may see the channel and think about, okay, I know I can't go there, go down this road or go down that path, but I don't want the public drama. That's not what it's about. And I hope you all feel the same way. This is about us having a good time talking about cameras. I've explained this before, but I'll say it again now. I can talk to my wife about photography, and within 2 minutes, she said, yeah, I got it. I'm done. And I understand that. It's not something she's really interested in, and that's okay. So where do I go to talk to people about cameras, photography, videography, whatever? That was my goal in setting this channel up. We can all get together. We have somebody or more. We've made a lot of friends here. Everybody's made friends here, but this is the place to come and talk about photography and not have to worry about somebody going, yeah. I got it. Enough with the photography. All right, guys. I love the community that we have right now. I want this community to continue, and I hope we can get past this real quick. Forget about it. It's over. It's done. And it's time for us to move on. If it repeats itself, then by all means, I ask you guys to, I'll hang on a second here. I do have a caller, but he's going to have to call back on the other phone because I don't have it on, and it's the one that's connected to. So hang on a minute, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, Steve, Eminem's back there, buddy. You betcha. Well, hang on a minute. There we go. All right, call back in just a second on the line. I'll put the number up here. There's somebody that wants to call in and say something, and I want to give him the floor. So there's the number. Give me just a minute for the phone to boot up. And. All right, we are connected. So if you want to call back on the line, the number on the screen, I will take the call. All right, back to the chat. I haven't been looking at the chat yet, guys. I'll do that before I actually shut down. I'm not going to be on here long. I just wanted to set the record straight So everybody knows where I'm coming from and what's going on. I'm not going to give you all the details behind the scene, but all right, hang on a second. Well, all right, sir.
Chuck, Paul Connors.
Okay, Paul, how you doing?
I'm good. I wanted to apologize to you and your audience, the rest of the people on the chat on Wednesday, for my part in the disruption that took place during the course of the stream. I was wrong to air my grievance in public like that. I appreciated our chat about it. To acknowledge what you said to the audience earlier, I'm one of the two people you referred to. I am humbly sorry for my part in what took place on Wednesday. And I want yourself and everybody to know that in the future, I will do my honest best, my level best to maintain the decorum of the chat, to maintain the rules and regulations that you've applied to the stream, to the show, and that I will not partake in the kind of conduct that resulted in the disruptions that took place on Wednesday.
Well, first of all, apology accepted. And I don't think I need to say anything more than that. But you're a man of your word. After our discussion, you said you would do this, and I appreciate it. And I'm sure the audience appreciates it too, Paul. We don't want anybody to leave the channel. We'd rather everybody just, find a way to get around some of these grievances and things like that. But I really appreciate it. I appreciate the talk we had too, Paul. You were very, I appreciate the fact that we didn't go into a big defense mode. Here's how I justify what I did. And you're just, you're calling in to let everybody know that's how you feel and you're sorry. I'm sure that
I owe you that, and I owe the audience that, and to everybody on the stream, my sincerest and most humble apologies from my part in what happened on Wednesday.
Well, I absolutely appreciate it. And it's manning up too. And I think that's something we don't see much out there anymore. People aren't willing to come back and say, I shouldn't have done this, or I shouldn't have done it this way, or whatever it may be. And hey, apology accepted, brother.
Well, Chuck, as you and I know, nobody on this planet is a perfect person. The only perfect person died on the cross 2,000 years ago.
Right.
And I am certainly not him. And again, my sincerest apologies to you and the audience.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you calling in and actually doing that.
I told you I would, and I appreciate you taking my call.
Yeah, but a lot of people say they will and they won't. So you just, stood behind your principle here, and you're a man of your word, and I appreciate that. And I'm sure everybody else does too.
Okay, and I hope everybody realizes that as far as I'm concerned, I'm moving forward with a fresh start, and I hope the other party in this incident can do the same as well for his own well-being, as well as the collegiality of the live stream.
Yeah. And like I said, I had a conversation with both of you. I let both of you know that I had a conversation with the other, and, nothing to hide there. And I don't want to be one of those people that's trying to do something behind the scenes with each other. I like both you guys, and I really appreciate you listening, and I appreciate the conversation. And thank you very much, buddy, for the apology. I'm sure I appreciate it for myself, but I also appreciate the fact that it's to the audience, because they're the people that have to deal with this, meaning, as far as the community goes. So appreciate it. So many people, I guess, are already saying apology accepted, and I appreciate that from you guys. So there you go, Paul.
All right, Chuck. Well, I'll let you get back to the stream, and I look forward to our next trip to Bravo Hotel.
All right, buddy. Sounds good.
All right. Take care, Chuck.
You too.
And to the audience, my best to everyone.
Absolutely. You just told them.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. It's a big deal for people to apologize or to, come back and say I was wrong. And my hat's off to Paul. He told me he was going to do it, but you never know. But I had a feeling he would after our conversation. So, all right. So, this is how it should work. And I hope everybody understands, this is what we are. This is the community we are. We don't want all the drama. We just want to enjoy the camera talks. And we get heated at times, but we all should walk away not mad at each other. There's a difference of opinion, and that's where it ends. And then everybody, when we sign off, everybody goes about their business, and we come back for the next one. Again, my channel isn't like all the other YouTube channels out there. I'm still figuring some things out. I refuse to use clickbait. When there is a topic, I'll use a topic. But everyone knows when this channel runs on Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern and on Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Whether there's a reminder out there, because I get busy, whether there's a reminder out there or not, the stream's going to go on. But I want the stream to go on with everybody enjoying themselves. And I hope you guys, feel the same way. Frames, yes. I'm looking at some of the chat now. Hey, thanks everybody for, accepting the apology. I think that's something we all should do. And we just hold people to their word. And, if something continues, then we understand that, okay, maybe it wasn't sincere. But I do believe in this case with Paul, it's very sincere, especially after the conversation that we had. Frames, yes, the M&Ms are there. I'm not touching M&Ms right now. Those are for the live stream, since I've been told it's distracting. Yet another thing that's unique to the channel, I guess. All right. Let's see. Any questions from you guys? I definitely don't want to turn this in. I don't have time to sit here for a long time. Sorry about that. But I reserve that time when we do our live streams. I don't know how many people are willing to stay on for 3 or 4 hours. I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm actually happy that people want to do that. So for those that don't know, we may repeat ourselves many times in the stream. And there's sort of a reason for that, because I get probably 100+ people that come through the stream every time we go on air. And it's not 100 people at any given time. I think the max cap is we've had so far is about 48. But somebody was asking me, how many people do you have on the show or come through the show or whatever? Come through is one thing. What's the max at any given time is another. But I'm estimating 100+. And that just tells me there are a lot of people that just want to come in. Maybe they get here late or get to the chat late. And this is another reason we go as long as we do. Or the reason I go as long as I do is because you guys want to do it. It's not me trying to string it along. As a matter of fact, as you guys know, half the time I'm trying to get out after 3 or 4 hours, and you guys just won't let me get out. But that's testament to you wanting to be around a group of photographers. And again, I open the door, let everybody in. You guys carry it from there. And the topics are so varied, it's impossible to put. And I've had people ask me to put the time markers in the chat, go back and watch the entire chat, put time markers in there. But it's almost impossible to do. So I hope the people that ask for that understand 4 hours of a live stream with the varied topics that we have. It's just almost impossible. That's another 4 hours or more that I would have to go back and watch the entire stream and drop time markers in it. So I'm not making excuses. I just want people to know this is why we're different here. All these little things make us different. Nobody else is doing it. And I hope you guys continue to enjoy it. I think everybody has. I think I've answered the question on the Nikon. You'll see comments, on that, the replay when you go and watch the video, or if you go check it out, there are comments there. And I'm not going to delete any negative comment about me or anything else. I'm going to let you guys see those comments. And maybe you agree, maybe you don't. I'm not going to let it interfere with what we do, but let you be judge of how valid these comments are that people make. Photo is a new subscriber, everybody. Welcome him. He just subscribed. And his comment, let me throw it up here real quick. And truly enjoyed finding this and a few other channels lately. It's inspiring and makes me want to bring my channel back. Brother, you should do that. If you enjoyed your channel and you want to do it, you should do it. And I'm glad you found us too. We're just going to continue to, we're just going to continue down the path. We had a little incident Wednesday, and that's what we're talking about right now with this impromptu. And I think it's all settled. I want it to be settled. I hope it's settled. It is with me. I'm happy. And again, one of the individuals came in and said he's sorry. And, that's manning up. And we can get back to our normal arguments over, no, just kidding, our normal discussions about everything that we typically talk about. Greg, what microphone? This is the Rode NT1A. It's running through the Rodecaster Pro. So that's the mic and sound setup. I'll entertain some of the comments here before we get out of here. I mean, why not? It's up and running, right? Hey, if anybody's not satisfied with my discussion of what happened and what we did and afterwards, just email me. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. But I'm not going to reveal, what people said or whatever. Just understand that, I'm satisfied with that. Um, 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 um. Let's see. Well, I appreciate that too, Martin. And I think a lot of people fall into that category. But I think a lot of people may feel a certain way about it, but they just didn't speak up or say their piece or whatever. And I'm not going to apologize. I can't apologize for things that happen that are out of my control. The only thing I can do is go back and try to help fix it. I'm not a psychologist, a therapist, but sometimes just talking to somebody kind of clears the air. And I think that's what we wound up doing here over the last day or night, having discussions. Yeah, we don't want it to damage our show, and the parties involved feel the same way. So it's a whole lot different now than it was Wednesday, and I'm happy about that. It's when you talk to people that give you their word, then you've got to take their word for what they say they'll do or not do or whatever. And I think we're there. Of course, for a lot of people, time is the only thing that tells the truth. So I say we'll find out, but I'm confident that we're good to go. Darren, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I'm not in it for all the applause, as you guys know, and I say it over and over. It's again because I'm having a good time with a community, and I can talk to photographers. That's something I missed, and that's what this is all about. If you guys can come up with a topic that covers that, let me know. I'd be happy because even my wife's saying, you got to do this and you got to do that. And I've tried to explain what this is all about. But, you know, she doesn't even like photography, but now she's a YouTube expert. All right. Thanks, photography. And I enjoy your show. And a lot of people in here in the chat, you have platforms as well. And I enjoy your platform, uh, be it whatever they are. Again, I can't relate to guys that are doing tutorials and things like that. And again, it's not something that I'm going to do. This is what I do, and I'm just going to stick with it. And maybe we others find out about it and want to do it. Wouldn't it be a better world or better place in YouTube if we had these places to go and just chat about our hobby, what we love, and if you're a professional, what you do, and at the same time, you're helping people. We're helping somebody. A lot of people were interested in the lighting thing. I think we need to do more of that. Uh, and I hope to hear from people that have gone out and tried after Steve's video. If you haven't seen Steve Lamb photography, the video he did, based on the conversation that we had that night, go over and check it out. Especially if you're somebody that you haven't played with lighting, and I know it can be intimidating or it seems intimidating, but once you start playing with it, it's a whole lot different. And all of a sudden it pops. You've got the basics down, and then it's time to just progress. But be careful. It's a money pit. Lighting is. It really is. Cookies and M&Ms, good times, absolutely. I got to get some more cookies. I don't have any more cookies. Just looking through some of the oh, Frames, I know your phone password. Well, that's okay because this phone is just for YouTube. That's all it's for. So that's it. Thanks, Vog, and I intend to run it the way I want, but with you know, I'm not going to say. I guess it's with keeping with the fact that we are a community. Unfortunately, there are times when people have to, there has to be a gatekeeper. There has to be a referee. I don't like being that, but I will be that if it just means that we're going to continue to enjoy the show. Paul's talking about unique photo has some 10% off all their stuff through 831. And again, this is one of the things that's nice about having a live stream, having a channel, is we can share good deals that we've received or just share some knowledge that people may not know about. James, I am not the best host, man. I'm not the all knowledgeable wizard. I just open the gate, man. It's my job. Stand out here when it's time to open the gate and let all you wonderful photographers in. And her photo, okay. Don't know what happened, but I'm concerned. I'm not concerned with it. We're all passionate. Amen. We are about what we love. That being said, if someone follows through with an apology, it speaks highly of the person. Absolutely. Agree with you 100%. A photo. I think it speaks to the people we have here. We get passionate at times. We say things we don't mean. It's hard to control sometimes, but yeah, it means a lot to me. It says a lot about a person when they're willing to, and they stand by their word. Paul told me he wanted to do it, and here he is. So absolutely says a lot about folks. Let me jump down here. Yeah, photo clubs. I know they do still exist, Manila Martin, but they're harder to find nowadays. And I think that that's a great idea for people that have access to one and want to join one. Again, the only difference here is in the late at night or in the afternoon or whenever it's convenient for you, catch one of the streams and you can sit in your underwear and talk photography. You don't have to get dressed up, go out, go do anything. And that's the other intent here. I wouldn't mean it. I wouldn't expect this to take the place of a club, people that enjoy going to a photo club, but it gives people that don't have access to a community to talk to on a regular basis. It gives them that. And again, that's why I see I'm just the dance hall owner. I open the doors, people come in, everybody has a good time. And at the end of the show, I close the doors. So that's what this channel's all about. And I get in trouble with my wife all the time. Well, you downplay everything. Well, there's no reason to, say it any differently. That's what it is. And that's what I want it to be. And I hope everybody enjoys it. And I think everybody does. So that's what I am, a host only because I wanted this and I couldn't find it anywhere. And Steve's talking about the video. If it helps one person gain the use of Flash to up their photos, then I'm happy. Absolutely, Steve. And I think a lot of people in secret want to experiment with lighting, but they may be intimidated by it or feel like it costs too much money. It can. It absolutely can cost a lot of money, but it doesn't cost much to get started and decide whether it's something you really want to do. But I think everybody that does it, when it clicks, meaning you've hit that magic moment where you got everything right, all of a sudden it's like, wow, that is a difference. It's a different photo now. So that's the whole point, to not be afraid of it. And you know what? You can do it in your own home, just like you were demonstrating, Steve, where nobody has to see it. You can take 1,000 bad images, but when it clicks, then you're on it. And nobody has to see all the experimenting that went on. But I hope people that got something from that show and your video will share with us somewhere down the road, show us what they're doing. So the best way to do it is, I would say maybe your first stop would be to go to Steve, but there are plenty of other people in the audience that know lighting and know it well. But get some critiques on your lighting, not about the subject and all that. You're experimenting now. Just get some critiques on your lighting, or make it repeatable, I guess is what I should say. The important thing is to make it repeatable so that you can go out and do it repeatedly. Well, that's good English, isn't it? And Mr. Tay Keys in here. Just a quick impromptu live stream, Tay. A lot of folks in here. It really surprised me. I figured this was going to be a rewatch more than anything else. And it's not to put anybody on notice. It's just to show also that, we as a channel care about the channel. So if anybody were to stumble upon the video and think, oh, here we go. I wanted to do this so they could see, okay, it's handled diplomatically here. And we don't walk away with pitchforks, stalking somebody. It's just not our style. A lot of people talking about what they're going to shoot. And here we go. This is the thing that's great about this. Even here in this impromptu live stream, a lot of sidebar conversations going on over there. I don't interrupt those. I think it's fantastic. Again, that's what sitting around the table and everybody talking photography is all about. You don't have to follow the action on the screen. You can build friends here. Ask questions, get answers, and you get them now, not from watching a video from somebody and posting a question after the video and hoping that they'll respond to it. Here you get a lot of questions answered right here in the chat or on the screen. Greg saying, looks like a lot of people have great plans for the weekend. Yep. Steve's shooting a private corporate party on Sunday. Great. All right. See how I get caught up in this? Here we go. This is just what happens in the live stream. This is why I can't get away. I wanted to do this for a specific reason. I just can't leave. It's everybody's in here talking, and I don't want to stop that. But I'm going to have to, unfortunately, in a few minutes, guys. I've spent enough time away here the last couple of days and got to get a couple of things done. Or I'm going to come home from going to get groceries or something, and all my clothes are going to be on the porch. I haven't watched it yet, David. D. Moot's asking about the video that Matt Irwin just put out. I saw the title, and I haven't watched the video yet. And maybe he's got some kind of indicator that tells him. I think it could be any one of the 3 cameras that were, 4 if you include the APS-C body coming in October. What I'm pretty daggone sure of is something is coming in October. Let's see. Anything else before I'm going to have to run? Anthony Toglife. Okay. Yeah, Anthony, let me check it out. Anthony, I just want you to know, first off, I have nothing but absolute respect for you. However, my pet peeve is airing grievances in public. And it's fine. After we've reached out to the individual, then after that, I don't think it's fine, but it's more acceptable. I push people to your channel because I love your tutorial videos, especially on lighting and everything else. And I still will say everybody needs to go check out Anthony Toglife on YouTube. But that to say, I wasn't extremely happy with the way you brought up all this. And thank you. Yes. And silence sometimes seems like, well, it's all given up. No, that was never the intent. It's again, to not berate somebody in public. And I know that you commented talking about the audience, how I chastised the audience. And I think that was veiled, meaning, and Paul's come on and apologized. So I'll say, Paul, no, I wasn't berating or chastising the audience. And I understand the second part to that. And I've addressed that as well. And that's why I put out the guidelines today. So it's very clear so that everybody knows if you cross that line, I'm going to step in and say something, but I'm not going to do it in public. There's no need for that. There's enough drama on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, all social media. And I just I don't want I don't want to embarrass anybody either, because there is the chance that I'm wrong. And that's why I want to do it in private. But in the live stream, I got to protect uh, the audience. I know that sounds crazy, but I've got to protect the stream so that it doesn't escalate, because that's not where I want to go. And I don't care. It could be on any one of those three, but the first two carry much more weight than the cussing. I'll address that, with whoever. And I have in this case. But the other two turn into mob mentality in just a split second. If you don't stop it, it just takes off and it carries on its own life. And nobody comes here for those debates. They come here to talk photography. But again, I have utmost respect for you, buddy. I have no way to get in touch with you. I would love to have done this one-on-one. So I'm not contradicting myself, because I searched for a way to contact you privately, and your channel didn't have your email address or anything. Anyway, no hard feelings. I'm not gonna live my life with hard feelings. But I do respect you, buddy, and I hope the best for your channel. And again, I plug your channel because I believe in it. I believe in what you're doing over there, and I think you do a very good job in showing how to lighting techniques, a lot of the basics that even some of the best photographers may have forgotten. So, and I encourage everybody here to go over and check out Anthony Tog Life. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it's a Z9, buddy. It's carrying all that weight. You don't want to get me started down that path. I understand there's some people that, can't or whatever, but it's a camera, and you'll find a way to carry it, whatever it is you like carrying, and that's that. Darren, good to see you in here. I'm glad you stopped by, buddy. Caesar's taking off. Hey, thanks for dropping by, man. Hope to see everybody in Saturday night. We're back to normal business Saturday night. Normal banter. All right. There you go. James just subscribed to Tog Life. It's a good channel. It really is. I like his technique for teaching too. It works. It's very visual, which I'm a visual person. I can't just read out of a book. I'm hands-on or visual. And yeah, he does a great job over there. And the Z1 will be here soon. Oh. All right, guys. I really do have to get back to work. Paul, thank you very much for coming in and apologizing. I'm sure the audience appreciates that. A lot of people did compliment you for your apology, and all is forgotten. I mean, we're gonna go by it. We're just gonna have fun. And the other party involved, I've talked. I'm confident, and he's a great guy. And I think here's the problem: you guys don't. He is a smart guy. Now, people may want to argue with me, but he is a smart guy. He knows his stuff. However, I think it's hard to get past all the other talk that goes on. We talked about it, but I have no intentions of banning him from the channel or anything like that. And oh, by the way, if you're going to send me an ultimatum, even if you're right, that's the wrong way to approach it. My old self would have said, "You're still here. I don't want to be that way anymore." I would hope you'd reconsider. I understand you may not like somebody, but maybe they've changed a little bit. But give them just wait and see. But there are people that I watch, or even live streams that I watch, where I may not agree with one of the people in the live stream, but I'm not leaving the live stream. And I'm not trying to convince you to stay. By all means, you need to make your own decisions. But just so you know, the channel's going to live on. We're going to make this work. We're going to continue to have fun. Hey, Yaman, I'm just getting ready to sign off, man. You're going to have to pull it up and watch it because I've got to get back to work. Well, I say work. What Mama tells me to do is what it is. Um, there you go, a photo. I'm going to have a hard time saying that, man, but you'll have to bear with me. Photo. And again, Hafoto just subscribed. I just saw that. I think it was this morning, and I appreciate that. Hey, thanks, Anthony. Yeah, I just much rather, for certain things, it's just best we all talk to each other first and whatever. And I appreciate that. Thank you very much, buddy. Um, Anything else? David here, AP Studios. Have a great one. Thank you, buddy. Yeah. And so tomorrow night we do our live stream. We're back to normal. We're just going to have a good time like we always do. I don't want to dwell on anything. I don't want anybody walking on eggshells. We're going right back to the way we were and enjoying each other's company and having a good time. I don't have any grand news to share with anybody. I wish I did, but maybe something will pop up in the morning we can start out talking about, because I know all too well we're not staying there. And that's A-OK with me. But I would tell people, watch the chat, because there's so many sidebars going on in the chat. And that's what makes me happy. Honestly, that's what really makes me happy. And I'm not going to interrupt your sidebar when you guys are into it. But if you want to talk to anybody that's in as a guest or to me, absolutely, I'll recognize that, and we'll pick up the conversation there. But again, that's what this channel brings to the community, and an opportunity for everybody to share ideas, share techniques, share equipment, share whatever, and just have a good time. All right, folks. What's on my to-do list? Man, Greg, you don't want to know. I don't even know yet. I just completed one task. She goes, "You're not going to get on the computer again, are you? You know I want you to do this." I don't know what it is she wants me to do, but you know what? I'm going to go do it because I know how that works, and I enjoy doing the things that she needs me to do. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend. If you're going to be here tomorrow night, I'm looking forward to that as always. I'll put out a reminder for that this afternoon. Sorry about the late call, but hey guys, when it comes to the computer, I have to just get away from it, or I'm locked into watching YouTube and trying to keep up with too much while I'm doing all these other things. But I hope everybody has a great day, rest of the day and tomorrow, and look forward to seeing everybody in tomorrow night for those that want to make it. I understand the time window isn't great for everybody, and that's why I have 2 live streams a week, one for basically Europe and another for Asia, or at least in the, doesn't cover all Asia, but there you go. Oh, here you go. Hey, thanks, Amar. Really appreciate that too, buddy. Yep. Oh yeah, we're going to keep it alive, but we're going to keep it alive with everybody if we can. And that's, I know we had a long talk. I really appreciate the talk. You allow me to be very candid, but that's the only way I want to be. I don't want to be hiding anything or whatever. So I appreciate you listening, and we had a great conversation. And again, I'm telling you right now, guys, and maybe we're going to see this. I hope so. He has a lot to offer, but I understand we stumbled here. I understand some people don't, may have been perturbed or whatever. We're beyond that, and we'll see how things go here in the future. But I hope you guys accept the apology too. I know I do. Apology accepted, and we're moving on. We're moving on, Amar. We're moving on, brother. Uh, Yeah, nice thought, Greg. I appreciate that. Get it done and grab the camera. I did tell her last night. I said, I'm going to have to go out and shoot more. She says, well, how much more time do you need for photography? Well, whatever it takes. And she supports the channel, by the way. But, being my lovely bride, there are times when the channel can suffer. All right. So I got a phone call here. Here we go. Another distractor. I shouldn't say distractor, but my daughter calling, and I'll call her right back. All right. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate those that made it in here to the chat. I know some people just jumped on here during lunch or whatever. Anybody wants to watch, they got here late and wants to see what this was all about, then I encourage you to go back and rewatch it from the beginning. No animosity, no anger, even in when I say this is what we're going to do on the channel as far as the rules go, but they're going to be posted and everybody will know. We won't have to, there will be no excuses from anybody. So I hope you guys agree. I hope you're happy with the outcome. And if you're not and you want to talk about it further, then by all means, send me an email and I'd be happy to, address the comments you may have or the questions you may have. But what we discussed between myself, Amar, and Paul Connors, that's between us. And you'll be the judge based on time as it goes on. But I'm happy. All right. Thanks for coming by. Those that did drop in, this lasted a whole lot longer than I thought it would, but it's just so hard to break away when I see the chat going and people talking about things. It warms my heart, man. As corny as that may sound, that's what this is all about. So you guys keep it going. I'll see you tomorrow night again, 9 p.m. Eastern, and we'll start it all up again and have our wonderful, very heated discussion about our hobby. But we're still going to walk away friends. All right, folks. Thank you very much. That's it for me. And I'll talk to you tomorrow night.